Samia Suluhu of Tanzania, please stop closing churches of pastors who don't support your ideologies.
I'm just wondering that if you look at the way Tanzanians and Samia Suluhu Hassan said today that Kenyans were paid.
Yes.
Kenyans were paid.
Yes.
Samia Suluhu is forgetting that one of the biggest problems, and today I read an article by another guy called Charles Onyango Obo. Onyango Obo said that in the last 60 years, Tanzania was seen as an area where there was no tribalism. First of all, tribalism.
Yes,
and it was a country of meritocracy.
Yes.
And at the time, Kenyans were struggling with a lot of ethnicity.
Ethnicity was very bad.
Because in Kenya, we've always known someone is from this tribe, someone is from this tribe.
We even had tribal clashes.
And all that. So, and if you look at East Africa, it's only in Kenya that the country has the most progressive constitution.
Yes.
Because if you look at the Kenyan Constitution of 2010, there is no single day a Kenyan president can nominate his wife to be a minister. Because Kenyans will come for you or next of kin.
Yes.
But
like
if you
openly.
If you go to Uganda,
Museveni
is the president.
The forefront. Yes.
The wife is the minister for education.
Yes. The son
is a army general, commander in chief, commander.
Yes.
And many other positions, the uncles, the brothers, they control key
everything,
investment areas and everything in Uganda.
Yeah, welcome back, people from Africa and across the world. But you know, this is a channel that many people are coming from Africa because this concerns them. And now this is a breaking news because since the election period in the country of Tanzania, we've started to see many things happening. We saw the world responding and people, Africans, coming out boldly and criticizing all that happened in the country of Tanzania, whereby this woman who called herself a democratic leader, the president who scored a highest votes, securing his position with 98%. But during his inauguration ceremony, he made it private, being held at a military camp. And now, things never went stopped there. Now we are watching today, things are still, it's like worsening. Because since that time, people from this country have been mourning their children, their loved ones who were killed, who are jailed, some of them being abducted. But the president shows no concern, but she was only concerned about his programs. And now something different is happening in Africa, whereby the Muslims are like fighting with the Christians. We saw just the other day the same happening in the country of Nigeria, whereby the Christians were killed in large number. Over 7,000 Christians were slaughtered. And the government was so quiet over this incident. People were calling out the help, which forced the Nigerians to call out the government of America, calling Donald Trump to come and save them. We know that when we allow Americans to come and interfere with issues that concerns Africa, they're not only coming to help, but they're coming to bring more conflicts. They're coming to bring more damages, because we know from the history, any country that America has tapped, they left damages, scars, whereby today the people who from those countries are still traumatized from all that happened from the country of Nigeria, of America, and all these great European countries. Now, today in the country of Tanzania, as the people are still worried over the situation, as how this country will restore its peace and maybe come back to its normality, president is still doing the worst. The other day, she has nominated the family members to his cabinet. Now, it's like she has turned the country into a family business, a private sector. Her daughter has been nominated as the deputy cabinet secretary of education. Her son-in-law being nominated as cabinet secretary of health, and other people around her from the family members. Now, Today, as we come here each and every day speak about the freedom and the unity of Africa, the independence and everything, there are some leaders who are now turning African governance into monarchy. Because once the leader steps in office as the head of state, she or he is not ready to give out. She or he is not ready to hand over or to accept defeat. That is what we are watching. We saw this happen in the country of Uganda, which has happened for many years. This president of Uganda, Yoweri Museveni, has been the leader of that country before some of us were born, since 1984 up to this time. He has ruled this country over 4 decades, and he's still contesting for another term, calling it the last term. So where is Africa heading? Where is Africa heading? Now, after the conflicts and everything that happened in the country of Tanzania, we saw a chairman, and the body of African Union coming to congratulate the victory of Samia. Now, the recent elected leader of African Union came out to congratulate the victory of Samia, but after that, Africans came out with different perspectives. They condemned all this. How can the African Union come to congratulate a victim, someone who has caused many deaths, when the country is still mourning? He came out to congratulate the victory of Samia, when we as Africans, we know all that happened was out of the law. They never follow the procedures of conducting election in this country. That's when we saw ICC coming to respond, and many people going to take verdict to ICC, saying that they are not allow this to happen. They not accept the victory of Samia. And now something different today is happening. Just the other day, yesterday, she has come out and now she's fighting Christianity. It's like now she has turned this crisis into a religion matters. She has turned this to a religion matters, whereby she has announced that she's going to ban Christianity and church in the country of Tanzania, but she's only going to support Muslims and the mosques in the country of Tanzania. When those atrocities and genocides happen in the country of Nigeria, you know, Nigerian president is a Muslim. So that's why we feel like he never responded to that killings against Christianity. And now what's happening in Tanzania, you know, Samia claims that all the people who planned all this were Christians. But we know that we saw many people were Muslims who were protesting the country of Tanzania. There are many Muslims who were killed. Some of them were jailed. So how can she come out and say that all that happened was a plan to the Muslim, because they are the one who are fighting against all that happened was a plan by Christianity, because they are the one who are fighting against the Muslim. So it's like now African leaders are like fighting the Christianity in Africa. But all in all, according to my views and my perspective, is I think that maybe Samia is trying to come out with an allegation and accusation against other people, because she's just trying to cover everything that happened in the country of Tanzania, because she's responsible for everything. And now the world is watching, a criminal court of justice is watching, and people are trying to monitor everything that happened during that time, because this country, for sure, it's very hard for it to restore its dignity, its peace, which has been preserved for a long time. We have not seen the country of Tanzania. We have known this country as the country of peace. We have seen this country because all these people who, just like Shia said, that all the people who went out to demonstrate are the people who are paid, but not the people who are going to ask for freedom. And she's clearly asking, which freedom and right do these people want? Because she's there giving and delivering everything to the people as it required. So I think that everyone has the right to go and demonstrate, because democracy recommends that you have the right to go and demonstrate, asking your right and freedom. It is accepted. So if you can come out and try to say that all protesters are the people who are paid, then it means that as the African leaders, you know, are trying to silence the voices of the youths, just like the Westerners doing. You know, the Westerners are doing, they are doing so much today is to silence every African youth's voice, because they know that when African youths raise up, when they stand up, when Africans stand up boldly to condemn this, to resist the foreign influence, then they're going to lose and Africans are going to win. The same is happening today in African leadership. They don't want a voice of the African youth to be heard. But as an African, as a black person, as a Pan-Africanist, we have to, we will support this. We will continue pushing this agenda because no matter what happens, it is our responsibility to make sure that we liberate African countries. It is our responsibility to make sure that we put everything in order. We have to push the agenda dreams that our forefathers, our ancestors, our freedom fighters were trying to fight for the African continent, because this is not what they are fighting for. Today, Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere is not, wherever his spirit is cannot be happy, because all that's happened in the country of Tanzania is not what he was trying to fight for. Julius Nyerere was fighting for freedom, independence, and unity of the country of Tanzania. Patrice Lumumba was fighting for the freedom and the greatness of the country of Congo. We know that Kwame Nkrumah was fighting for the black unity and the liberation of African continent. So we cannot sit down and allow a certain group of people to come and manipulate Africa, to come and destroy African peace that we as the youth are fighting for. We cannot allow this. So wherever you are watching from, I give you the time and the opportunity to come on the comment section and share your views, because we are here to say something. If you really believe in African freedom and liberation, that African youth are doing whatever they are doing is a way of liberation, then let me know your views, wherever you're watching from. As long as you're a black person in Africa, Caribbean, and diaspora, let's keep on fighting for the great African continent, because this is the only place that we are calling home, and no any other place. So it's our time and our pleasure to say that we are not going to allow this, and enough is enough. And be blessed, watching from. This is the Black History. We are here to speak positivity about African continent, and may you be blessed, watching from, and I want to appreciate support.